Hello everyone, today we are discussing about the UGC NET paper 1 June 2025 research aptitude and teaching aptitude का most important 50 plus क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करूंगा. तो लेट्स स्टार्ट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. A measure of the consistency of the observation of a single situation made by the different people refers to dash. Option number 4. Iterator reliability was the correct answer. Next question number 2. Arrange the database dataset in the following mean pair of the mean and standard deviation in increasing order their coefficient of variation. ऑप्शन नंबर 3 वाज द करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है, यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में आप लोग सोल्यूशन देख सकते हैं. फर्स्ट में डी आएगा, उसके बाद बी, उसके बाद सी एंड लास्ट में आएगा ए. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. द प्रोसेस ऑफ टेलिंग द रिसर्च पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऑफ एनी description or rushes used in the study is known as. Option number 3. Dehoxing was the correct answer. The process of revealing any description or rushes used in the research study to the participants. Participants are understand the full scope and of the study and reason behind the description. ठीक है. An active deception was deliberately misleading the participants by providing them the false information. ठीक है, this is called active deception. And desensitization, it refers to the process of the reducing the sensitivity to the certain stimuli or the situation, often through the repeated exposure. ठीक है, this is called the desensitization. ठीक है. ऑप्शन नंबर 3 वाज करेक्ट आंसर, डीहॉक्सिंग. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. यहाँ पर मैच द फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है. टाइप्स ऑफ वेरिएबल्स एंड एग्जांपल. ठीक है. नॉमिनल A3 ब्लड ग्रुप एंड ऑर्डिनल B1 हैप्पीनेस लेवल एंड इंटरवल C4 year of birth and ratio height D2. So option number 3 was the correct answer. Next question number 5. The approach in which the researcher used to existing the data to create the groups of comparison is called. Option number 2. Ex post facto research was the correct answer. Next question number 6. According to UGC regulation 2018 on plagiarism, as the faculty will be denied to successive annual increment for which of the following similarities research publication. Option number 4 C and D was the correct answer, 76% and 62%. ठीक है. Next question number 7. The student t-test would be useful for. Option number 3 A C D was the correct answer. Comparing the two groups to see the whether their means differ and testing the significance of the correlation and coefficient and testing the significance of regression coefficient. So A, C and D was the correct answer. ठीक है. Option number 3. Next question number 8. Identify the nominal variables. Option number 2 A and C was the correct answer. Gender and caste. So option number 2 was the correct answer, nominal variable. ठीक है. Next question number 9. Identify the probability sampling technique. A and C was the correct answer. ठीक है. Simple random sampling and stratified random sampling. A and C was the correct answer. Option number 3. Next question number 10. According to UGC regulation 2018 on plagiarism, which of the following similarities constitutes level 1 plagiarism? Option number 3 A C E was the correct answer. 12%, 28% and 37%. So A, C and E was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next question number 11. If you want to understand the theoretical reason that lead to researchers to conduct a study that appeared as a research article in a journal, you would Read which of the following section of research article. Option number 3, introduction was the correct answer. Next, question number 12. According to the UGC regulation 2018 on the plagiarism, a student registration in PhD program will be cancelled. Which of the following similarities percentage in the thesis? 78 E 78% and 62% D. So D and E was the correct answer of number 4. Next, question number 13. When the sample has been randomly selected, which among the following may be expected in cross-sectional research design? A strong external variability or validity, a strong external validity, and a weak internal validity was the correct answer. A and C. Okay? Option number 1 was the correct answer. Next, which of the following method of graphical representation of data would be useful for showing the trends? Option number 2, line charts was the correct answer. Okay. Next, question number 15. Identify the correct statement regarding the web-based study of human subject. Data collection occurs at the convenience of the participants, and data collection is automatic and it can be conducted on participants who would have been out of reach of the researchers in physical mode. So B, C and D was the correct answer of number 2. Next, question number 16. Identify the parametric test used for the statistical analysis. T test and F test was the correct answer. ठीक है. Option number 4 was the correct answer. A and C. Next, question number 17. Which among the following research design are likely to suffer the problem of sampling attrition? Sample attrition. Which of the following research design are likely to suffer the form of problem of sample attrition? Option number 4, B, C, D was the correct answer. Longitudinal studies, panel studies, and cohort studies. Cross-sectional study was incorrect. So option number 4 was the correct answer. B, C, D. Next, question number 18. Identify the non-parametric test used in statistical analysis. A, chi-square test, B, U test, and C, H test. So A, B, C was the correct answer. Option number 2. ठीक है. T test was incorrect. So A, B, C was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next, यहाँ पर आप लोग डिटेल्स में सॉल्यूशन देख सकते हैं. Next, question number 19. Identify the main preoccupation of quantitative researchers. Option number 3, A, B, D was the correct answer. Measurement, causality, and generalization. Description was incorrect. So option number 3 was the correct answer. A, B, and D. Okay. Next, question number 20. Identify the continuous variables. Weight of the student in school and height of the plants in an agricultural field. So B and D was the correct answer. ठीक है. Option number 4 and other option are incorrect. ठीक है. So option number 4 was the correct answer. Next, question number 21. Identify the measure of dispersion. Dispersion was correct. Mean deviation, standard deviation, and range was the correct answer. Median and quartile was incorrect. So A, C, D was the correct answer. Option number 3. Next, question number 22. in the context of medical research in comparison group that receive what appears to be a treatment but which actually has no effect is called the option number 3 placebo effect. Placebo group was the correct answer. ठीक है, और एक बार देख लेते हैं. In the context of medical research, a comparison group that receive what appears to be a treatment but which actually has no effect, it is called the placebo group. Option number 3. Next, question number 23. Which of the following method, graphical representation of data, would be useful for depicting the proportions? Option number 3. Pie charts was the correct answer. Next, question number 24. Which of the following represent the epistemological orientation of qualitative research? Option number 4. Interpretivism was the correct answer. Next, question number 25. Arrange the following statistical measure in increasing order. फर्स्ट में आएगा मीडियन, उसके बाद आएगा सिक्स डिसाइल, उसके बाद आएगा 67th परसेंटाइल एंड लास्ट में आएगा थर्ड क्वार्टाइल. सो ऑप्शन नंबर 3 वाज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट, यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में आप लोग देख सकते हैं सॉल्यूशन. नेक्स्ट, क्वेश्चन नंबर 26. आइडेंटिफाई द नॉन प्रोबेबिलिटी सैंपलिंग टेक्निक. Snowball sampling and purposive sampling was the correct answer. Systematic sampling and random sampling, simple random sampling was probability sampling का technique है. So A and B was incorrect and C and D was the correct answer. So option number 2 was correct. Next, question number 27. Identify the correct order of the information about the research article according to APA style writing journal article reference. फर्स्ट में आएगा ईयर ऑफ पब्लिकेशन, उसके बाद आएगा डी टाइटल ऑफ आर्टिकल, उसके बाद आएगा ई नेम ऑफ द जर्नल, उसके बाद आएगा ए वॉल्यूम नंबर एंड लास्ट में आएगा DOI सी. सो ऑप्शन नंबर 2 वाज द करेक्ट आंसर. नेक्स्ट, क्वेश्चन नंबर 28. Which of the following different types of ethnography? A classical ethnography, mainstream ethnography and postmodern ethnography was the correct answer. Option number 1, A, B and C. ठीक है, private ethnography and expressive ethnography was incorrect. ठीक है, so option number 1 was the correct answer. next question, यहाँ पर मैच द फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है. ठीक है, लैबस्टर A2 होगा, वर्चुअल लैब एंड सिमुलेशंस, and B3 Google Earth, it was a virtual field trip and geographical exploration, and Kahoot C4 an online quiz and assessment C4, and Poll Everywhere T1 real time polling. So option number 3 was the correct answer. Next, question number 30. Which of the following can be responsible for the learning style? A, it is a way of learning for the student, it is correct, and there are the strength and preferences of the learners to respond to the stimuli in the environment, this is also correct, and there is a thing learned by the learner, this is also correct. No, sorry, this is incorrect, and it is a behavioral pattern developed for the learning sometimes new, this is correct. So A, B and D was the correct answer. ठीक है, A, B and D was the correct answer. Option number 3, C was incorrect. ठीक है, next, again match the following दिया हुआ है. ठीक है, MOOCs, correndums and components. Correndum 1 key tutorial and 2 e-content, and correndum 3 web resources, and correndum 4 self assessment. So option number 1 was the correct answer. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में आप लोग देख सकते हैं. ये कॉरेंडम 1 है. ठीक है. ये 2 है, ये 3 एंड ये 4. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 32. Which of the following correct in the context of the artificial intelligence? One of the innovation in evaluation system. It is a software system used to automated scoring, and AI technique is applied to learn how an instructors grade a problem or response. This is also correct. And it is a final authority about the student performance. It is incorrect. And the instructors evaluates a sample set of the student response, and AI system create a computer model incorporating rule in fact. This is also correct. And the presently most of the higher educational institution in the country employ AI based evaluation system. This is incorrect. So option number 4 was the correct answer. A, B and D. Next question number 33. What challenges might slow learners face when conducting the independent research for their PhD? Option number 2. Difficulty in managing the time and organizing research was the correct answer. Option number 2. Next question number 34. Which of the following benefits is not associated with the effectively using the mind maps in classroom? Option number 3. Promoting the collaboration and group brainstorming was the correct answer. This is not associated with the effective using mind maps in classroom. Next question. Which of the following is not a stage in the Pygo's theory of cognitive development? Option number 4. Existential was the correct answer. 12 plus. This is incorrect. Option number 4 was the correct answer. Next question number 36. In the context of learning, which of the following does not represent the self concept? Option number 1. It is what the individual feels about others. This is the correct answer. Option number 1. Next question number 37. Which of the following are the interactive whiteboard software that allow the teachers to create a digital lesson and annotate the document and collaborate with the students in real time? Option number 2. A, C, D was the correct answer. Jamboard, Stormboard and concept board was the correct answer. ठीक है. And B and E was incorrect. So option number 2 was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next मैच द फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है. ठीक है. List of concept and description. Academic year A3, 2 consecutive, 1 odd and 1 even semester, and credit point B4, the product of grade point and number of the credit for a course, and credit C1, a unit which the courses work measured. It defines the number of the hours of instruction required as per week. And course D2, a paper through under the thought under the program duly defined the learning objects and outcome. So option number 3 was the correctly matching. Option number 3 was the correct answer. Next question number 39. A history teacher wants to create an interactive timeline showcasing the evolution of different art movement over centuries. Which tools would best support the creation of a multimedia presentation? Option number 1, Prezi was the correct answer. Next, question number 40. Which of the following teaching technique is not represent the modern and ICT based teaching method? Modern teaching method नहीं है. कौन सा technique? A and D was the correct answer. Recitation and memorization and chalk and talk method. This is not the modern method. ठीक है. And flipped classroom, mind maps and gamification, these are the modern method. So option number 3, A and D was the correct answer. Next, question number 41. The basic factor of listenings are self interest, speaker and style of speaking was the correct answer. Facts and atmosphere was incorrect. So option number 1 was the correct answer. Basic factor of listening, self interest, speaker and style of speaking. Next, question number 42. Which of the following correctly represent the characteristics of teaching? To provide the guidance and training to the student, this is correct. And interactive interaction between authorities, this is incorrect. And to provide the formal and informal education, this is correct. And an art to import the knowledge to the student in an effective way, this is also correct. And to prepare the policies for cooperative bodies, this is incorrect. So option number 3 was the correct answer, A, C and D. Next, question number 43. The style that involve the student tendency to take more time to respond on accuracy answer, it is known as option number 3, reflective style was the correct answer. A style that involve the student tendency to take more time to respond on the accuracy for the answer in the answer is known as reflective style. Next, question number 44. मैच द फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है, ठीक है. स्वयंप्रभा चैनल नंबर एंड थीम. स्वयंप्रभा चैनल 03 प्रबोध A4, ठीक है. सोशल एंड बिहेवियरल साइंस एंड चैनल 04 सरस्वत B1 एजुकेशन एंड होम साइंस एंड चैनल 05 प्रबंधन C2 information and communication management studies and channel 06 Vedic law and legal studies D3. So option number 3 was the correct answer, ठीक है, और correctly matching. Next, question number 45. The main purpose of establishing the television in India at the initial stage was option number 3, education and awareness among the rural population was the correct answer, option number 3. Next, question number 46. Which higher order knowledge can make the difference between how well and quickly one students learn material? Option number 3, metacognition was the correct answer. Which higher order knowledge can make the difference between how well and quickly one's student learn material? Option number 3, metacognition was the correct answer. Next, question number 47. A collection of the students' work in an area showing growth, self-reflection and achievement are known as option number 2, portfolio was the correct answer. Next, question number 48. Match the following दिया हुआ है, term and meaning. Decision making A4, evaluating the alternative and making the choice among them, and confirmation bias B3, confirmation bias, tendency to search for the use information, support our ideas rather than refuse them B3, and belief perseverance C1, the tendency to hold on a belief in face of contradictory evidence. The tendency to hold on the belief in the faces of the contradictory evidence So C1 and D2 ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस बायस बस टू के साथ मैच होगा टेंडेंसी टू हैव मोर कॉन्फिडेंस इन जजमेंट एंड डिसीजन देन वी शुड बेस्ड ऑन प्रोबेबिलिटी. So option number 3 was the correct answer. A4, B3, C1 and D2. Next, question number 49. Which of the following explanation of the pedagogical dilemma of a teacher in the practice of constructivism? Developing more in-depth knowledge of the subject matter, this is correct, and managing the new ideas and discourses of the participatory work in classroom, this is also correct, and respecting the student effort to think themselves while remaining faithful to accept the thematic ideas, this is also correct, and mastering the art of facilitation, this is also correct, and dealing the issue of the accountability in the various stakeholder in school community, this is incorrect. So option number 1 A B C D was the correct answer. Next, today's last question, question number 50. Which of the following not example of the positive transfer of learning? A. Learning piano makes it is more difficult to the learn violin, this is incorrect, and mastering the algebra helps to understand the calculia, this is correct, and knowing how the driver can make car make knowing how the driver a car make it harder to learn how the rider bicycle, and learning to speak the French hindered learning Spanish. So option number 2 was the correct answer. A, C and D. ठीक है, A, C and D. This is not the example of positive transfer. ठीक है, A, C, D. So option number 2 was the correct answer. Done. इस तरह के वीडियो पाने के लिए प्लीज सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल एंड थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग. एंड किस तरह के टॉपिक पर वीडियो आप लोग चाहते हैं पेपर 1 का यूजीसी नेट, आप लोग कमेंट कीजिए. एंड थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग.